Being a self-taught video editor is empowering. You don't wait for a degree or rely on formal education. You watch a few tutorials, explore the software, experiment, and build your skills through trial and error. That kind of initiative is admirable and for many necessary. Each technique you learn on your own feels like a win. Each editing project you finish brings a sense of accomplishment. You learn by doing, you fail, and you figure it out on your own. That's how confidence is built. But here's the truth, you don't know what you don't know. What I mean to say is that self taught editors often learn in isolation, and when you are in your own bubble, it's easy to miss industry practices. Things like delivery formats, color space guidelines, audio levels, or even something as simple as file naming conventions. Most online tutorials focus on the fun parts, such as creating transitions like Sam Colder or how to achieve cinematic looks, but skip over the technical backbone that's critical in professional workflows. When delivering content to, let's say, a broadcast company, there are specific requirements like color safe zones, bit rates, frame rates, and audio normalization that need to be followed. Missing even one can mean your edit gets rejected. Or take collaborative editing for example. Professional environments rely on organized project structures like label sequences, proxy workflows, shared drives, and version control. Without understanding these, working in a team becomes chaotic and frustrating. And the problem isn't just technical, it's psychological too. Editing alone for long periods of time can limit your growth. Without feedback, it's difficult to see blind spots. An edit might feel good enough because there is no one to point out pacing issues, sound inconsistencies, or unnecessary cuts. In isolation, bad habits can reinforce themselves. One might stick to using default color space settings or skip proper audio mixing and normalization simply because no one ever challenged that workflow. Confidence builds, but sometimes on a shaky foundation. The first time a self taught editor steps into a professional environment, suddenly things like XMLs, EDLs, timecode alignment, LUT compatibility, and export presets become important. Without prior exposure to these, even a well structured, organized edit can fall apart in delivery. And that's where the frustration begins. Not from a lack of talent, but from a gap in awareness. Then there's file management, something that's rarely discussed in online tutorials, yet very essential in client work. Losing track of assets, overwriting versions, or misnaming exports can slow down projects and create tension in team environments. And let's not forget about deadlines. In a professional setting, turnaround time matters a lot. Clients want reliability, they want consistency, they want someone who can meet deadlines, follow guidelines, and communicate clearly. That kind of professionalism isn't built through YouTube tutorials. It comes from experience, from working with others, from seeing how a project flows from ideation to delivery. So, what's the solution? Do you need a film school, a full time studio job, or a mentor? Well, not necessarily. There are practical ways to bridge this gap without changing your self taught foundation. Start by joining editing communities. Participate in forums, Discord groups, or even subreddits where editors share advice and feedbacks. Ask questions, even the dumb ones. Take on editing projects that involve collaboration. Working with others teaches you how to align your creative vision with a shared goal. Download professional project files. Just looking at how other editors organize their assets, structure their sequences, and manage timelines can teach you more than hours of tutorials. One of the best places to do this is EditStock. It's a website that offers actual film editing practice projects. You get access to raw footage, just like a real film editor would receive. These aren't just demo clips. These are full scenes shot by real crews, giving you the chance to re-edit award-winning films. The link to EditStock is in the description below. And don't forget to use our exclusive coupon code EditingCorp to get 20% off your order. See, being self-taught should be your starting point, not your identity. Being self-taught is about resourcefulness, but staying self-taught forever without evolving can become a limitation. The editing world is changing fast and you don't want to be left behind just because you were too proud to admit you needed help or too comfortable doing things your way. Understand that creative freedom means more when it's backed by solid foundations, and that your growth as an editor depends not just on how much you know, but how much you are willing to unlearn. Because in the end, being self-taught is not about learning alone. It's about taking full responsibility for your growth. And that means knowing when it's time to step out of the cave and see what the real world expects. With that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.